Made me mad. Talking about the best president we ever had in the entire history of presidents. And his wife. You talking about style. I'm trying to tell you. See, that's why y'all got mad, because they black.
It's like racism 101, right? Like, it's not difficult. Try harder. Get better material.
We do so much work as parents, Vlad, to build up our children.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then for something like this, an image that equates black people as animals.
I am a registered Republican, voted for the president, but I really want to apologize.
This is one of my favorite pictures of the Obama family. You know, earlier this week when Trump posted that racist video meme of Michelle and Barack, he reminded us exactly who Trump is, a vile racist. But one thing I loved about the online reaction was how many people decided not to reshare that racist meme, but instead their favorite pictures of the Obamas. It's such a beautiful reminder of the grace and the elegance. This is the official White House photographer during the Obama years, Pete Souza. He wrote, "The current occupant of the White House posted a vile and racist video of the Obamas last night. We should all be outraged. I will not post a screenshot of the video here. Instead, I thought it best to respond with a few of my photographs of Barack and Michelle. And I miss them." Even though she gave the speech quite a while back, Michelle Obama probably said it best.
Limited, narrow view of the world made him feel threatened by the existence of two hard-working, highly educated, successful people who happen to be black.
Don Lemon reposted this clip from an old newscast I tried to tell you all back in 2018.
The President of the United States is racist. A lot of us already knew that.
Yep.
Today, President Trump, talking with lawmakers in the Oval Office about immigrants from Haiti, from El Salvador, and Africa, said, and I quote, "Why are we having all these people from whole countries come here?" But you know who he did say he would welcome here? He said the U.S. should bring in more people from countries like Norway. And CNN is told that he went on to say, "Why do we need more Haitians? Take them out." Those comments are frankly disgusting.
Yeah, in the second Trump term, they're still trying to take them out. It was just this week that a federal judge locked that, at least temporarily, finding in so many words that it was based on racial animus. But it's no surprise. Think about what he's been saying about Somalis in Minnesota, for example.
Not even really surprising, because this is who Donald Trump is. This is what he thinks. Apparently, we have to go through this repertoire every time he says something like this or exhibits some racist behavior. This is a man who, in the Oval Office meeting last year, said Nigerian immigrants should, in his words, go back to their huts. Who in that same meeting said all Haitian immigrants have AIDS. The man who based his entire political career for years on the racist birther lie that President Barack Obama was born in Africa, a man who reportedly still believes that to this day. The man who started his campaign trashing Mexicans and then made the Muslim ban a centerpiece of his bid. The man who responded to white supremacists who killed a young woman in Charlottesville by claiming there were, in his words, very fine people on both sides. The man who responded to protests by black NFL players by calling them, quote, sons of bitches. Do I need to go on?
It's not a surprise to anyone. This is nearly a decade now since Trump came down that escalator, but really decades. We think back to his calling for the death penalty for the Central Park Five, the exonerated five. But back to this week, this is the impact that this is having.
Denise King, who is Dr. Martin Luther King's daughter, posted, you cannot unpost racism.
Yes,
I know they took it down, but if the president of the United States is reaching for one of the oldest, most dehumanizing racist images in history, an image that was used to justify slavery and violence and lynching and segregation, and then he pressed share, I don't care if it was up for 12 hours, anybody who's an American should want the office of the presidency to reflect basic human decency.
I also think about the kids
Yep.
who have seen this, both the kids who may think this is okay, and then the kids, the black kids who we do so much work as parents, Vlad, to build up our children.
Yep.
And then for something like this, an image that equates black people as animals is just like, it takes away from that.
Yes,
You know, and
it
we're
does.
all going to keep doing the work. It's not going to change. And the president says he's condemned it, but he won't apologize. But it's really upsetting.
It is. And as I say, this is not an isolated incident, right? During the COVID-19 pandemic, he called it the Kung flu. He said that people from Haiti are eating cats and dogs. He called countries in Africa S-hold countries and said that we should have more immigrants from Norway. So, people, the White House says that it was a mistake. You can parse that as you will, but the reality is that it was shared. It was up for 12 hours, and now millions of people have seen it.
The White House first said it was fake outrage,
That's right.
which was.
Right.
But anyway, they've updated their view on that, and let's see if there's accountability for the staffer.
We'll see, yeah. Well, but for that low-level staffer, for the president to say that staffer was the one who put it out there, I mean, it
Trump
also
is
calls
that
into question
staffer.
who is in control of the president's social media accounts.
Trump is that staffer.
The Lion King is an extraordinary film and play about lions.
I guess it was a takeoff on The Lion King.
There's no orangutans, there's no bonobos. All of these animals that have been used over and over throughout American history to suggest that black people are subhuman, none of them are in The Lion King.
That's like grade 1 racism. That's like racism 101, right? Like it's not difficult. Try harder, get better material. And that's how I feel about the Trump stuff. That's my first thing. Like, it's so low effort. Oh, the president and his wife are monkeys. All right, get better material. So I don't know if I find that
This is Jamel Bowie from the New York Times.
more, offensive. Not offensive, not like offended. I don't know if I find that more contemptible. Or if I find the fact that they're not even going to own up to it.
Yeah.
That after it became clear that this was going to become a thing, right? Like, people were like, yo, what the hell? After it became clear that this is going to be a thing, the White House was like, oh, well, I don't think it was the president. It was a staffer. A staffer did it. Well, first they were like, hey, why don't you have a sense of humor? Can't you take a joke? Can't you take a joke? Which, again, if you say anything about them, they like whine and scream and cry and gnash their teeth. But here they're like, oh, you can't take a joke, can you? And when it became clear it's going to be a thing, when people were actually kind of being like, yo, this is messed up, they took it down and blamed the staffer. And I just find that so cowardly. Just say, we know Trump means it, right? No one's, we know the guy means it. So just like say it with your chest. Say it with your full chest. Stand up straight or do like a Trump lean.
The Onion, America's finest news source, is becoming one of my most reliable news sources because it's telling it like it is. Trump defends racist video as racist. And then this is a 3-time Trump voter who called into C-SPAN this week. And hey, while I wish he made this call before Trump got reelected, if more and more Trump voters are calling Trump on his shit like this, I'd say the more the merrier. Welcome to the team.
I am a registered Republican. My dad was the president of American Pipeliners Association, so I came by it rather naturally. Voted for the president, supported him, but I really want to apologize. I mean, I'm looking at this awful picture of the Obamas. What an embarrassment. This is not a decent man. This is not an honest man. He openly takes bribes. He's pathetic as a president, and I just want to apologize to everybody in the country for supporting this rotten man.
John, did you vote for him in all 3 elections?
I did. I was sucked into the stupidity of creating jobs, and there are no more jobs in New Mexico. Things are worse than
The story that the White House is suffering backlash for talking about the best president and the best first lady that we have ever had. The Obamas. Crazy motherfuckers. Excuse me, y'all. How y'all doing this morning? I'm sorry, that made me mad. Talking about the best president we ever had in the entire history of presidents. And his wife. You talking about style. I'm trying to tell you. See, that's why y'all got mad, because they black. And they showed up. And they showed out. And people made show to show the love that they had for the Obamas. We still love the Obamas. And if anybody get a third term, it'll be the Obamas. It will never be you, Mr. Shitty Pants. They need to make a goddamn a cartoon about fake woman and shitty pants. Like that guy, what's that dude? SpongeBob. Yeah. You know, he wears square pants. You wear shitty pants. You fake motherfucker.